In today's show, I'm going to be sharing with you the 3 reasons why traders expect a continuation after the Bitcoin price spiked to $24,000 just yesterday, triggering a $138 million squeeze on short contracts. We'll be doing some technical analysis right here in today's show. Also, Max Kaiser called it. Yesterday's episode was entitled Max Kaiser Predicts New Bitcoin All-Time High by Monday and says $28,000 for 2020 still in play. Check it out. This is Max Kaiser's original tweet on December 18th at 7:10 p.m. Bitcoin euthanizes financial regulators. It's humane, it's peaceful, but they're still dead. Let's remember this. New all-time high by Monday, $28,000 for 2020, still in play. And lo and behold, looky here. Max Kaiser nailed it with his Bitcoin prediction once again as we surpassed the all-time high, crossing $24,000. So kudos to Max Kaiser. Also in today's episode, Elon Musk drops the Bitcoin bomb on Twitter. Once again, check this out at 4:21 a.m. He writes, Bitcoin is my safe word. Are you smoking some reefer there? Elon Musk, we all know what 420 is, right? He also tweeted, Bitcoin is almost as BS as fiat money. Now his next tweet reveals his true colors, in my opinion. It's a meme of this guy saying, me trying to live a normal, productive life. And then you have this very sexy girl, which represents Bitcoin, which is tempting him. Hey, this picture says it all. Also in today's show, being we're speaking about Elon Musk, MicroStrategy's Michael Saylor says Bitcoin can save Tesla and Fortune 500 companies billions of dollars. In this new interview, he goes on to share, if Tesla puts $1 billion into Bitcoin, they will double their money within 12 months. If they put $2 billion in, they would probably generate a $10 billion gain. By the way, anybody can do it. If you're a billionaire hedge fund guy, you put $1 billion into Bitcoin, just put it out on the wire and say, you did it. I'll be breaking this down for you in today's show. Also, Tyler Winklevoss just tweeted, another highly sophisticated hedge fund is buying $1 billion worth of Bitcoin and Ethereum, quoting Peters, there is going to be a generational allocation to this asset class. The flows have only just begun. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. As you can see, Bitcoin is up 2.5% for the day. Some of the altcoins are in the green, some are in the red, but where's the Bitcoin price likely to go from here? Find out all this, plus so much more in today's show. Here at Crypto News Alerts, I drop a brand new episode every single day, so be sure to smash that subscribe button. That's right, and turn on all notifications to receive daily, premium Crypto News Alerts every single day, including weekends, just like this. And before I kick off today's show, if interested in tapping into OPM, leveraging other people's money to grow your wealth and crypto portfolio, then smash that link right below the video in the description. All right, welcome back to another episode of Crypto News Alerts. I'm your host, JV. We have a lot of bullishness to dive right into, so let's not waste any time. The price of Bitcoin surpassed $24,000 yesterday on December 19th, reaching a new all-time high as Max Kaiser predicted. On Coinbase, Bitcoin peaked at $24,200 and has since consolidated into the $23,500 to $23,800 range. Now, 3 factors pushed the Bitcoin price upwards within a short period, leading to its record high. The factors are a large short squeeze, stacked sell orders at $23,600, and the market's reaction to the U.S. Treasury self-custodied wallet rule proposal, which has been going viral here on crypto Twitter. Now, a massive short squeeze occurs again at $23,600, according to data from buybt.com. 138 million worth of short contracts were liquidated today. The mass liquidation of short contracts occurred just as Bitcoin surpassed $23,600. The $23,600 area was a key resistance level because of the stacked sell orders across major exchanges. Now on Bitfinex, the $23,600 and $23,800 resistance levels had large sell orders before the rally occurred. Now as the Bitcoin price began to increase, it squeezed out shorts and sellers in the $23,600 to $23,800 resistance range. I have a little advice for you, especially if you're a newbie to cryptocurrency. Do not short Bitcoin, especially during a bull run. Just saying. Now, typically a short squeeze happens when a seller is forced to market buy their position because the price of Bitcoin goes up. This causes the buyer demand to surge within a short period, often leading to a large breakout to the upside, which is precisely what we just witnessed. Now, the market is unfazed by the U.S. FinCEN rule. On December 19th, U.S. Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin revealed a rule proposal concerning self-custodied wallets. The rule requires exchanges to keep track of withdrawals and deposits above $3,000 that originated from non-custodial wallets. If the transactions surpass $10,000, then exchanges would have to report directly to the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network. However, as analysts explained, the rule itself is not as bad as the industry executives initially thought. Cointelegraph reported that unless the proposal becomes law, Bitcoin price and the wider crypto market would likely ignore the news. Now, Jake Chervinsky, a general counsel at Compound Finance, shared the following on crypto Twitter. After a long wait, FinCEN has finally issued its new proposed rule extending AML regulation to non-custodial wallets. It could have been worse, really, but it's still a terrible rule in both process and substance. Here's what it says, what's wrong with it, and what we do next. He goes on to share, the rule would impose new obligations on virtual asset service providers like exchanges and custodians for deposits and withdrawals above $3,000 involving a non-custodial wallet. VASPs would have to record the name and physical address of the wallet owner, and then he continues, VASPs would also have to report any deposit or withdrawal of $10,000 or more to FinCEN in the form of a currency transaction report. FinCEN says these requirements are necessary to combat the financing of global terrorism, address transnational money laundering. You get it. Before now, the travel rule only imposed these record-keeping and reporting requirements on transactions from VASP to VASP. Today's proposal follows a global trend of extending AML regulation to transactions from VASP to wallet, as we've seen from Switzerland, France, and others. Let's look on the bright side for a minute. This doesn't require KYC for every transaction with a non-custodial wallet. It isn't an outright ban on self-custody. It doesn't prohibit the act of using permissionless network. It really could have been much worse, and I'll read one more right here, but it's still an awful rule. I'll give you 3 reasons why, and there's more. First, it does nothing to accomplish its stated goals. Even if illicit activity was a major problem, it isn't. This wouldn't stop the flow of funds to bad actors or help law enforcement do its job. Now, when it comes to this regulation, personally, I am not a fan whatsoever. I think Max Kaiser makes a great point where he shares right here, I guarantee this, Mnuchin's next job will be at a Bitcoin exchange, working as a lobbyist to block any stupid regulatory non-starters in DC, and he'll be paid in Bitcoin. Touche. And speaking about Max Kaiser, in yesterday's episode entitled Max Kaiser Predicts New Bitcoin All-Time High by Monday and says $28,000 for 2020 still in play. Max nailed it. Check it out. This was his original prediction written on December 18th at 7:10 p.m. He wrote, Bitcoin euthanizes financial regulators. It's humane. It's peaceful, but they're still dead. Let's remember this. New all-time high by Monday, $28,000 for 2020, still in play. So the first part of his prediction right here has already came true, as I pointed out right here. Looky here. Max Kaiser nailed it with his Bitcoin prediction. Once again, that's yesterday when Bitcoin passed that $24,000 all-time high. Now his next prediction, for it to come true, we need to hit this $28,000 mark within the next couple of weeks before we put a bow on 2020. Let me know if you feel this is likely to happen. Drop me your thoughts in the comments right down below. And before I break down our next story of the day and we dissect the latest from Elon Musk, he went on this Twitter rant here this morning at around 4:20 a.m. First, let's take a look at the overall crypto market. We can see Bitcoin up 2.6%, trading at 23,400 plus. We have Ethereum barely in the green, trading at $651. Missed Litecoin up 9%, looking sexy as ever, trading at $117. We have Binance Coin up 8%, trading at $34.90. XRP back in the red, trading at 57.5 cents, and Chainlink down 2.5%, trading at $13.44. All right, now let's check out the latest tweets from Elon Musk, dropping the Bitcoin bomb once again. Tesla and SpaceX chief executive Elon Musk just mentioned Bitcoin again in a cheeky tweet published just a few minutes back. This was actually earlier this morning, very early at about 4:21 a.m. to be exact. Now, referencing comments he made previously about the leading crypto, Musk quipped, Bitcoin is my safe word. So let's break it down from the beginning right here. Bitcoin is my safe word. He wrote this at 4:21 a.m., probably while smoking a blunt. As we all know, when he went on the Joe Rogan podcast, he does indulge in the reefer. Just pointing out the obvious, right? And then 2 hours later, he put, just kidding, who needs a safe word anyways? Now checking out some of the responses I wrote, considering this tweet is at 4:21 a.m., I'm going to assume you were smoking a blunt and were blaze while tweeting. The Moon Carl wrote, if I had a Lambo, I would sell it and buy Bitcoin because I know that in 5 years, I can buy 5 Lambos. Now checking out his next tweet, Bitcoin is almost as BS as fiat money. Now here he is trolling the king of all crypto. So Samson Mao responded, debate me. Bit Harrington wrote, you're supposed to understand and embrace Bitcoin. Bitcoin has a fixed limited supply of 21 million. That's why it's not like fiat money trash. Now, why is Elon Musk trolling? Why does he troll Bitcoin every so often? Is it because he understands it is superior to all other forms of money? Like, what kind of attention is he trying to draw to it? But all I know is this, Elon is a very popular dude. How many followers does he have? 40.9 million followers. So every time he tweets, Bitcoin is definitely a bullish indicator for the crypto market. As the more people talking about it, the greater it is, even when they're not talking so positive about it. But this tweet definitely is very interesting. As we all know, fiat trash is trash. But for him to say Bitcoin is almost as BS as fiat money means it's not BS and it's not fiat money. So I just want to point out the obvious. He also tweeted right here. Now this tweet reveals his true colors in my opinion. And in this meme, for those of you listening to the podcast on an audio, there's a dude looking like Jesus who says, me trying to live a normal, productive life. Then there's this very tempting female who looks very attractive, very sexy, with her butt sticking out with a Bitcoin logo right on it. So this means Elon Musk is tempted to buy Bitcoin if he's not already hodling on the low. Who knows? Let me know your thoughts surrounding Elon Musk and Bitcoin. Write down in the comments below. The Moon Carl responded, Bitcoin will reach $100,000 before the end of next year. The current monetary system we have is failing. Buy Bitcoin before it's too late. I couldn't agree more. Now, what's interesting is back in January, the billionaire said that Bitcoin is not his safe word. This was his original tweet from January 10th of 2020. As you can see right here, Bitcoin is not my safe word. So why the change of heart? Is it because he may be investing into the king of all crypto? And could you imagine what that would do to Tesla stocks if they put some of their reserve assets on their balance sheets into Bitcoin, as Michael Saylor points out, which I'm going to be covering here in just a little bit. But first, I want to take a look at the overall crypto market cap, sitting at 667 billion. Let's go. With 174 billion in volume in the past 24 hours and current Bitcoin dominance still on the climb at 65.5%. And now checking out the top gainers within the top 100, we have Bitcoin Cash Trash up about 10.5%, trading at about $350. Miss Litecoin up almost 10%, trading at $117. We have Binance Coin up 7%, trading just below 35 bucks. We have EOS up 3%, trading at $3.17. And Satoshi Vision up 2.5%, trading at $182. Now checking out the biggest losers within the top 100, we have Ren down 5%, trading at 28 cents. Ocean Protocol down about 8%, trading at 41 cents. Basic Attention Token down 5%, trading just below 24 cents. And Band Protocol, a competitor of Chainlink and Oracle provider, down 5%, trading at $6.66. And now checking out the Binance margins, we can see the bears are in control, but barely, leading with 50.6% shorts versus 49.3% longs. Are you currently bullish or bearish on the king of all crypto? Holla at your boy. And now checking out one of my favorite indicators is the Crypto Greed and Fear Index. Shows we're currently rated a 92 in extreme greed. Yesterday was a 93, last week a 91, and last month an 86 in extreme greed. And if you're not familiar with the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, extreme fear can be a sign investors are too worried. That can be a great buying opportunity, aka BTFD, buy that freaking dip. And when investors are getting too greedy, like we're witnessing in the market right now, that means the market is due for a correction. All right, now for our next story of the day. MicroStrategy's Michael Saylor says Bitcoin can save Tesla and Fortune 500 companies literally billions of dollars. Saylor's business intelligence firm, MicroStrategy, aims to own over $1 billion worth of Bitcoin, and he suggests that other companies with billions in cash reserves follow their lead. In a new interview with Hyperchange, Saylor warns that companies like Tesla with billions of dollars in cash reserves should be racing to buy Bitcoin. If they don't, they stand to lose half of that spending power in the next 3 3 years, says the Bitcoin advocate, quoting him right here from this exclusive interview. Big companies are eventually going to need Bitcoin. You've got $20 billion worth of monetary energy today. It's losing 15% of its purchasing power a year. You're going to lose half of that energy in 36 months unless you protect it. If you put it into Bitcoin, instead of losing half your purchasing power, you can reasonably expect to double your purchasing power every year for the next 3 years. So why not put $1 billion in and it'll be worth $8 billion in 3 years? If you keep all the money, you're guaranteed to lose $10 billion in purchasing power. It's a guarantee. If Tesla puts $1 billion into Bitcoin, they would double their money within 12 months. If they put $2 billion in, they would probably generate a $10 billion gain. By the way, anybody could do it. If you're a billionaire hedge fund guy, you put $1 billion into Bitcoin, just put it out on the wire and say you did it. That's right. Saylor highlights that Bitcoin, unlike many other assets, becomes less risky as the price increases. He's quoted sharing, Bitcoin is a dominant network that's unstoppable. 99% of the investors don't understand, but once they understand it, they've all got to stampede into it and they're going to squeeze through it and they're going to bid up the price. It creates this very virtuous cycle. You buy it, the price goes up, it gets more valuable, more people want it, there's more adoption, the price goes up. So therefore, the higher the price goes, the better it gets, which is the opposite of most companies where the higher the stock goes, the riskier it gets. The higher the Bitcoin price goes, the less risky it gets. That's a fact. And that's why firms like Tesla should seriously consider jumping into the king of all crypto now, says Saylor, because as each new company seeks to invest $1 billion into Bitcoin, the next company to follow suit will be paying double for it. He goes on to share, the sooner you join, the better off you are. And as people join, it gets more powerful and the price goes up. If you're Tesla, you want to be the first because Apple will pay twice as much. Do you hear that? Elon Musk? Let me know. And then Google will pay twice as much and Facebook will pay twice as much as that. And eventually everybody's got to join, because if you don't join, you're going to lose 15 to 20% of your purchasing power. And in this particular case, Bitcoin is the dominant answer. And as people start to realize that, it's just going to accelerate the transition and the adoption rate. I'll include this entire interview in the show notes below the video so you hear it directly from Michael Saylor. And before I break down our next story of the day, another highly sophisticated hedge fund is buying $1 billion worth of Bitcoin and Ethereum. First, I want to remind you to smash that show more button right below this video in the description for a detailed analysis of what's going on in the market. This goes for all 630 plus videos right here on my YouTube channel. I also have some very helpful resources for you to plug into, including the blog to my podcast, which could be found at cryptonewsyes.com. Also, be sure to smash that subscribe button right below this video to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, including weekends just like this. You can also find me on all the major podcast and platforms, from Spotify, the home of the Joe Rogan Experience, to Apple's iTunes. You can also follow me on Twitter to receive daily crypto news alerts. My Twitter handle is crypto news yes. And for those of you active on Facebook, I do have a private crypto Facebook group entitled Crypto Alchemy. To join it, click this link, request to join. I'll be sure to plug you in. And for those of you active on Telegram, I do have a private crypto Telegram chat. To join it, click this link, request to join. You'll automatically be added, and I'm looking forward to connecting with you personally on the inside. All right, now let's break down our final story of the day, shall we? $1 billion investment into Bitcoin and Ethereum. One River Asset Management has bought more than $600 million in Bitcoin and Ethereum, Bloomberg reported on Wednesday. The company has had two crypto funds, the Bitcoin Fund and the Ethereum Fund, founded by CEO Eric Peters in 2013. One River oversees about $1.6 billion in total assets under management. Peters said that he has set up a new company to focus on cryptocurrencies for institutional investors. In addition to its initial purchases, he shared the following. One River Digital Asset Management has commitments that will bring its holdings of Bitcoins and Ethereum to about $1 billion as early as 2021. So there you have it. Another one bites the dust. It seems like every day another major institution is investing into the king of all crypto, which is definitely a bullish sign. There is going to be a generational allocation to this new asset class. The flows have only just begun. Peters was quoted as saying, One River has joined forces with Alan Howard, the co-founder of Brevan Howard Asset Management, adding that Howard invested in One River Digital's funds and Brevan Howard acquired 25% of One River Asset Management in October. And in order to buy such a large amount of Bitcoin and Ethereum without triggering a spike in the prices of the cryptos, Peters executed his trade as inconspicuously as possible and finishing all buying in November before Bitcoin hit $16,000. The publication noted, what a great time to get involved. pre $20,000 Bitcoin, as 20K will probably serve as the new support, just as 10,000 did in this year of 2020. Now, another investor with One River Digital is the British investment firm Buffer Investment, which I covered in a previous episode, which disclosed this week that it had invested into Bitcoin, which now accounts for 2.7% of its entire portfolio. You gotta love it. All right, now for a quick recap of what I covered with you right here in today's show. I shared the 3 reasons why traders expect a continuation after the Bitcoin price spike to $24,000, which triggered a $138 million squeeze on short contracts. And as I pointed out, Max Kaiser predicted this just the other day. Bitcoin euthanizes financial regulators. It's humane, it's peaceful, but they're still dead. Let's remember this. New all-time high by Monday. And guess what? We just saw a new all-time high. He also says $28,000 for 2020 is still in play. So keep your eyes out on this price level. And just to prove what he said was right on the money, looky here. Max Kaiser nailed it with his Bitcoin prediction. Once again, when we hit that $24,000 mark just yesterday, I also shared the latest tweets from Elon Musk this morning when he was probably smoking a blunt. He wrote, "Bitcoin is my safe word." And he also continues, "Bitcoin is almost as BS as fiat money." But then he reveals his true colors on how he truly feels on the king of all crypto right here. Also in today's show, I shared MicroStrategy's Michael Saylor says Bitcoin could save Tesla and Fortune 500 companies billions of dollars. Do you hear that, Elon? I hope you're listening right now. Also in today's show, as Tyler Winklevoss pointed out, another highly sophisticated hedge fund is buying $1 billion worth of Bitcoin as well as Ethereum, and there's going to be a generational allocation to this new asset class, says Peters. The flows have only just begun. So where do you feel the Bitcoin price is likely to go from here? Let me know in the comments right down below. Well, that's going to conclude today's show. As always, I appreciate you tuning in and journeying along with me inside this incredible crypto matrix. If you gain value out of today's show, be sure to smash that subscribe button. That's right, and turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, including weekends, just like this. And real quick before I go, if interested in tapping into OPM, leveraging other people's money to grow your wealth and crypto portfolio, then smash that link right below the video in the description to register for this free system. You'll be glad you did, and I look forward to seeing you on tomorrow's episode. Peace.